So take a moment to kind of just wiggle and like jiggle around a little bit here. Okay. And then just start to make some circles. So you can just circle around a few times in one direction. And then you can circle around in the opposite direction, just kind of settling into your seated position. Okay, oh, this is great, you guys. And then just begin to roll your shoulders back a few times. And you can roll them forward a few times. And then we're going to just start by reaching our arms just down by our sides. And we'll slowly reach our arms just up over our head. And if it feels okay, you can clasp your thumbs. Okay, and then gently just kind of pull them apart here, reaching your arms up over your head. And we'll just do a little side bending, just a little bit from side to side. Nothing too crazy. Again, just allowing ourselves to kind of get settled here in our seated position. Hips can rock a little bit. Good. Okay, good. And then slowly we're going to come back to the center and gently pull your thumbs apart. We'll come into Cactus Arms. Good. Open up those elbows out nice and wide. And then gently just look to the right and then look to the left. Looking to the right and then to the left. Good. One more time, just looking right and left, just nice and slow. Just noticing if anything changes in your chest and in your shoulders. Good. To the left. And then slowly back to center. Lower your arms back down. Good. Keeping your left hand grounded. Right arm's going to reach up and over. Nice big side body bend. Good. Right hand is going to come to the base of your head and your neck here. Okay, so elbow bends, looking up towards the sky. Take a nice big deep inhale in. Exhaling gently round over, bringing your right elbow towards your left knee gently. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. And then reaching right back up towards the sky. Inhaling in, exhaling elbow towards your knee. Last one, inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling elbow towards your knee. And then reaching that elbow back up towards the sky. Re-extend that right arm up and over, nice big side body bend. And then we'll slowly switch side. Right hand down, the left arm up and over. Good. Left hand comes behind the head, bending the elbow, looking up towards the elbow, up towards the sky. Good. Inhaling in, elbow towards your right knee. Good. Elbow back up towards the sky. Exhaling, elbow towards your knee. Last one. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, elbow towards your knee. Good. Elbow back up. And then re-extending that left arm up and over. Nice big side body bend. Pause for a moment. Good. And then slowly rising right back up. Good. Double check the cross of your legs. Okay. We're just going to switch them up here. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to circle around a few times. Okay. Just kind of getting settled in on this second side. Good. You can reverse. Good. Sitting straight up and down, rolling the shoulders back. Good. Rolling the shoulders forward. Reaching the arms down by your sides. We'll reach the arms back up over our head. Again, clasping the thumbs. If you can, remember which thumb you clasped in the front. Maybe switch it up again. Just trying to notice, some habits you have, or maybe you always cross your fingers, a certain way when you interlace your hands. Okay, just changing it up a little bit. It's a little awkward, I know. Good. And we'll just side bend gently from side to side. Good. This feels so good. Okay, a few more times, back and forth. Good. And then we'll come back to the center, separating the arms, cactus arms, opening up through the chest, elbows pressed back. Good. And this time, let's just look up and down. Okay. And this, again, can be like a small nod. It doesn't have to be like cranking your neck out. It can just be a slight gaze up towards where the ceiling and the wall meets. Okay. Just up and down. Just a little nod. Whew. I didn't realize my upper back was so tight. Okay, good. Always, right? Always upper back, the hips, the low back. Okay, good. And then slowly release your arms down. Good. And then arms back up over the head. We're going to twist this time. Okay, left arm's going to come across to the right knee, reaching that right hand back behind you, sitting up nice and tall. Good. Good. Inhaling in, exhaling out, inhaling in. Good. Exhaling out. One more. Inhaling in, exhaling, slowly releasing and switching sides. Right arm comes across, twisting to the left side, sitting up nice and tall. And then just nice, full deep breaths here. Inhaling in, exhaling out. Good. Inhaling in, exhaling out. Last one. Inhaling in, exhaling, releasing arms back up towards the sky, and then releasing your arms back down. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and come into boat pose first. Okay, so we're just going to bring our knees together. We're going to lean back, and I'm just going to turn sideways here. Okay. And, kind of check out, with what you're working with. Okay, this is just to set us up for some balancing here. Okay, toes can stay down, and you can roll those shoulders back, lift up through your chest. Okay, and this can be your boat here, grabbing behind the legs or reaching your arms forward, okay? If you want to challenge, okay, you can bring your legs up in the tabletop. Arms can reach forward. Again, it's totally not necessary. You can always grab behind the legs. You can kind of pick somewhere in between. If you want to straighten the legs, that's great, okay? Again, just take your time here. We're just going to breathe here, balancing, finding those lower abdominals. Good. See if you can squeeze those inner thighs in. So really try to squeeze the knees in together to touch. Lots of work, lots of fire, lots of breath. Try not to slump. See if you can sit up nice and tall. You can always readjust if you need to. Good. Let's stay for another inhale in. Exhaling, we'll slowly lower down. You can swing your legs around or cross your ankles, and we'll meet up into tabletop. Okay, good. So coming up into hands and knees, hands under the shoulders. Or they can be a little bit wider. Okay, you definitely don't have to stack up directly. If it feels better on your wrist to go a little bit forward, you can do that, okay? I'm on carpet, so I'm kind of like, gotta kind of test it out a little bit here, okay? So let's ground through the left hand. Right arm's gonna reach up towards the sky. Threading the needle, right arm under the left, dropping down onto your shoulder. Good. And choosing whatever arm position feels good for you. Left fingertips can reach up towards the top of the mat. You can reach up towards the sky. Good. Breathe here. Notice if your hips are swinging to one side, try to square them off as best as you can. Just getting into that upper back a little bit here. Good. Let's stay for another inhale. Exhaling, slowly lower that left hand back under your left shoulder to gently unwind. Right arm will reach up towards the sky, and then lowering your right hand back down. Left arm's going to reach up, ground with that right hand. Good. Nice big expansive wingspan here. Threading the needle, left arm under the right. Okay. And and again, I'm just using the block just because I'm a little congested, just kind of keeping my head up a little bit higher. This is always, if your head cannot touch the ground in this position, you're always welcome to slide a block or a pillow under your head as well, okay? Good. Square the hips a pinch to the left. Whatever arm position you'd want to take. Just breathe here. Good. A few more deep breaths. Good. Ground that right hand back under your shoulder. Take a nice big deep inhale in. Exhaling, gently release. Left arm back up towards the sky. And then lowering the hands right back down. Good. From here, tuck the toes under. Walk the hands just a pinch forward, about a hand print, okay? We'll lift our hips up nice and high, coming into our first downward facing dog. Okay. Feel free to pedal your feet out, sway your hips from side to side. Excuse me. Good. And just breathe here. Good, everyone. Creating that upside down V position. So definitely, really grounding into the hands. Okay, Pressing into your hands to lift your hips up. Maybe start to lengthen through the backs of your legs, maybe not. Okay, yeah. Okay, everyone take a nice slight bend of the knees here. Okay, we're gonna walk our hands back towards our feet. Okay. Hanging out here in our forward fold. Just pause for a moment. Hands can stay grounded, or you can grab onto opposite elbows. We'll gently just drape here, gently rocking from side to side. Releasing the arms down, we'll bend the knees to slowly roll up to come all the way up to standing. Nice and slow, take your time. Arms will reach up over your head, and exhaling, arms just down by your side. Okay, just roll your shoulders back. Okay, reach your arms back up over your head. Okay, and we're gonna do that same little thumb clasp here. Okay, so we're gonna clasp our thumbs up over our head. Okay, and we're just gonna lean over to the right. Okay, so just nice little side bend. Sorry, my head's chopped off, everyone. Good, and then we're gonna re-lift up, and we're just gonna bend to the left. Just a nice little side bend. Okay, good. Reach back up to the center. Release your hands down, interlace your hands behind your back, roll your shoulders, and see if you can keep your thumbs connected to your tailbone or your low back, okay? Slight bend of the knees again, okay? So bend the knees and then fold forward, keeping your thumbs attached to your tailbone. And then just, kind of check in with your shoulders so you can roll them back up towards the sky. Okay, yeah. And then slowly release the arms back down. Good. From here, we're going to walk our hands out into downward facing dog. So again, bend your knees. Slowly walk your hands out, nice and slow, coming into downward facing dog. All right. 3 deep breaths here. Inhaling in, exhaling out. Good. Inhaling in, exhaling out. Last one. Inhaling in, exhaling out. Looking up at your hands, slowly traveling to the top of your mat. Take your time. Okay, good. Okay, and then we've been doing this for the past couple of weeks here. Okay, so again, we're going to bend our knees a lot this time, and we're going to bring our elbows and our forearms on top of our quads. Okay, and I just have my hands interlaced. Feet can be hip distance apart or a little bit wider. Okay, and we're just going to do a little pulses. I'm just doing a little gentle pulse, like a little bounce, and then I'm going to straighten my legs, keeping my elbows attached to my quads. Okay, so my legs don't go straight. Okay, and I'm just doing this gentle bend. So I'm just bending, straightening. You can do 3 or 4 bends, whatever feels good for you here. Okay, good. And all that's changing is the bend in our knees. Our hips are moving back, and then they're moving up towards the sky, okay? Good. So again, this is just a nice little contract and release for the hamstrings. Good. Let's just do this about 3 more times. Good. Yeah. You don't have to go super bend in knees. It can be really small here, okay? Good. Okay, and then our last one, we'll release our arms down, straighten the legs out, and again, just kind of hanging out here in your forward fold. Good. Bending the knees again, we'll roll up to come up to standing. Arms will reach up over your head, this time hands at your heart center. All right, let's do a little flowing here to get into the legs. Arms reach up over your head. Exhaling, bowing forward again, nice, gentle forward fold. Right leg is going to step back, low lunge. Take your time, nice big long step, back knee lowers down. Arms reach up over your head when you're ready. Good, breathing here, dropping the shoulders down. Good, a few more deep breaths. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and straighten this front leg. So hands frame the front foot, straightening the left leg, flexing the toes up towards the sky. And again, just a nice little hamstring stretch here, again, just to get the legs going and moving here. Good. Take a nice big deep inhale in. Exhale out. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Good. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Okay, good. We're going to bend back into this front leg. Okay, and twisting. Right hand down, left arm up towards the sky. Just twisting and revolving. Good. Okay, take a nice big deep inhale in. Exhale, hands lower down. Okay, from here, we're going to step back, plank pose. Okay, so take your time, stepping back, plank your way, straight legs or bent knees. Okay, and we're going to come into side plank on the right side. Okay, side plank your way. So grounding through that right hand. Again, you can drop onto your knees. We're going to roll onto the outer side of the foot, reaching that left arm up towards the sky. Nice big side plank. Good. You can always join me with the knee down. Legs can be straight. You can be on your forearm. Any variation of side plank. Stay for the inhale. Exhaling, hands lower down. Coming back into your plank pose. And again, plank your way. Good. Breathe here. Inhale in. Exhaling, lower down. Nice strong push up, touching all the way down onto your mat. And then let's come up into Sphinx pose. Okay, so we're going to start off nice and gentle here in our Sphinx. Okay. Hands can be separated or you can interlace your hands here, but really thinking about like sucking your elbows in towards your ribs so that you're nice and active through the upper body, really pressing down into the forearms and the elbows. Breathing here, dropping the shoulders down. And let's just look a little right and left. Good. Just freeing up any tension in the neck. Good. Okay, great. From here, look forward. We'll lower down. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Okay, step your feet together at the back of your mat. Big toes together. We're going to crisscross walking our legs up to the top of our mat. Okay, so right leg's going to cross over the left. And we're just going to walk crisscrossing our legs nice and slow up to the top of our mat. You can always lift up onto your fingertips. You can always walk your hands in halfway, whatever, again, feels good. This is just, to add in another little hamstring stretch and calf stretch. And we're going to slowly, slowly walk our legs, crisscross to the top of the mat. Good. And if you're taking your time, please, there's no rush. You all know what happens next. We're just doing everything on that left side. Okay, so again, just take your time. Okay, we're going to rise on up to come up to standing nice and slow. Arms reach up over your head. Exhaling, hands at your heart center. Inhaling, arms reach up. Exhaling, folding forward, forward fold. Left leg steps back, low lunge. Take your time. Back knee lowers down. Arms reach up over your head. When you're ready, roll the shoulders, dip the hips, lift the chest, lift the heart. Breathe. See if you can relax the shoulders down just a little bit more. Good, nice full deep breath. Good, hands frame that front leg. We're going to straighten the front leg for half split. Ardha Hamanasana. Again, just adding a little more hamstring strengthening, flexibility here, just breathing here. Extending the spine a little bit more, finding a little bit more length as you soften through the back of the leg. All right, so we're getting some of our core in, right? So that we're nice and ready for some balancing coming up after this, okay? So again, all of this, think of it just as, tools to help you move into our standing sequences, right? Even in our relaxation sequences, all, they're all connected, okay? So it's going to bend back into this right leg, okay? Twisting, left hand down, right arm up towards the sky. Good, breathe here. Good, nice big twist. Okay, lowering your hands down. Again, we're stepping back, plank pose, and again, plank your way. Okay, straight legs, bent knees. Good. And we're going to move into that side plank on that left side. Side plank variation, full side plank through the left. Left hand grounds, bending that left knee. Maybe your right arm reaches up towards the sky. Maybe your legs are straight. Go wherever you're choosing. Balance, core work, feeling that flow, breathing here. Good, nice full deep breath. Good, inhaling in, exhaling, lowering back down into your plank pose. We'll lower down, nice strong push up. Coming up into your choice of back bend. So if you want to go a little bit higher this time, you're welcome to go higher. You can stay low in your Cobra, Sphinx pose. We're going to stay for 2 deep breaths, whatever back bend you're choosing. Okay. Inhaling in, exhaling out. One more breath. Inhaling in, exhaling, slowly release, and we'll make our way back into downward facing dog. Good, stepping those big toes together at the back of your mat. Okay, we'll lead with the left leg first. We'll do that crisscross walking up to the top of our mat. Left leg will start by crossing over the right ankle and then switching, going back and forth. And again, just nice and slow. Take your time. Let this be a nice calf opener, hamstring opener. It's actually also a nice abdominal strengthener as well too, to walk the legs up. Got to create space. Somewhere for your legs to go all the way at the top of the mat. Good. Good. Once you're settled here at the top of the mat, take your time. We're going to roll up, come up to standing. Arms reach up over your head. Good. And then exhaling, hands at your heart center. Okay, good. From here, we're going to ground into this left foot. We're going to come into tree pose on the left leg. The right knee is going to move out to the right. Okay, so ground through the left foot, right knee turns out. And again, your tree can be low, it can be high. Okay, wherever it feels good. Okay, just breathe here in your tree. Good. Nice full deep breath. Soften your shoulders. And check out your gaze, right? If your eyes are moving around too much, probably you're going to lose your balance. Try to find one spot, whether it be on the ground, floorboard, right out in front of you. Just keep your focus there. Arms can reach up over your head when you're ready. Good. Soften the shoulders down, making space for your chest and your heart. Good. From your tree pose, we're going to take this right knee and we're going to lift it up towards our chest. Okay, single leg mountain pose. Slowly start to fly your right leg back, coming into warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Think about the crown of your head and your heel attached to each other. So they got to kind of, move together. They got to float together. Just finding your balance. Good. Lifting the chest up, reaching those legs back. Good. Arms can reach back behind you as well, too. Good. Breathe here. Balance here. Okay, we're going to land in high lunge. Take your time. Inhale in. Exhaling gently, land that right leg back. High lunge. Arms reach up over your head. Good. Cactus arms. Opening up through the chest. Of course, back knee can always bend a little bit if you need to. Good. Breathe here. Exhaling, release your hands around that left foot. Twisting, right hand down, left arm up towards the sky. Good. A few more deep breaths here. Okay, we know what's next. Side plank right from here. Side plank on that right side. So you can just step that left foot back. Okay, or again, any variation. Okay, I'm going to do the variation. I'm going to drop my right knee down. I'm going to reach my left leg out and back to the side here. I'm going to try to balance, keeping that left leg floating. And again, you can always tap it down if you need to. Here's a side plank. Breathe here. Few more deep breaths. Good. Inhale in. Exhale, planting your hands back down. Plank pose. Okay. And then downward dog your way. Okay. If you want to move through your vinyasa, go for it. If you want to skip it, good. We'll just meet back in downward facing dog. Okay, really beautiful, everyone. A few more deep breaths here in your downward facing dog. All right, our balancing sequence, okay? Go ahead and look up at your hands. Slowly travel to the top of your mat. Again, take your time. When you're ready, slowly rise up, coming all the way up to standing. Hands will gently join at your heart center. Good, and then we'll just move ahead to the second side, okay? Grounding through your right foot. Find your gaze, whatever you're focusing on. We'll come into tree pose on this side. Left knee moves out to the left. And again, your left leg can be low, it can be high. I know it's a lot of balancing on that one leg. You know, so just be nice to yourself. Be nice to your body. Let your ankles do the work. Okay. Yeah, when you're ready, arms can float up over your head. Okay. If you fall out of something, just start slow, okay? Try not to like jump back into it. You can move nice and slow here, okay? Nice and gentle, nice and easy. Good. Relax those shoulders a little bit more. Breathe. Good. Soft eyes. Good. From here, left leg, left knee is going to move towards your chest. Single leg mountain pose. Floating that left leg back. Okay. Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. We'll do a little airplane action. We'll reach those arms back for balance. Good. And again, remember, if, you know, your head's down lower than your leg, okay, you want your heel and your head connected and maybe a small airplane. You may be, you know, parallel to the floor, that's fine, but you also don't have to be, okay? Good, just breathe here. Roll those shoulders back. Lift up through the chest a little bit more. Good, landing in high lunge here. Take a nice big deep inhale in. Exhaling, back leg lowers down. Bending that front leg, arms will reach up over your head when you're ready. Inhaling in, exhaling, cactus arms. Opening up through the chest. Take a nice big deep inhale in here. Exhaling, hands lower down, twisting. Left hand down, right arm up towards the sky. Twisting and revolving. Breathe. Nice full deep breath. Okay. Side plank on the left side. Okay. Side plank your way. Any variation. Good. Stepping back. Side plank. Ooh, maybe the leg floats. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe your knees down. Maybe your knees up. Good. You can try and test any of them out if you want to. Good. Just breathe here. Good. A few more deep breaths. You got this. Balance. Inhaling in, exhaling, hands are going to lower down. Again, downward facing dog your way. Okay, really nice, everyone. Let's travel up to the top of our mat. Take your time. Good, rising up to come all the way up to standing. Arms will reach up over your head. Good, exhaling, hands back at your heart center. Okay, and again, you're welcome to stay facing where you are. I'm just going to turn to face you all. Okay, so we're just going to do just some ankle foot stuff. Okay, it will be easier for your feet to be together for this. Okay, so you can really watch like how your ankles and your feet move, and it really helps to kind of squeeze the ankles in. Okay. And of course, if that's not working for you, you know, you can do separate. Just kind of make sure you're tracking your knees, like wherever your toes are, your knees have to follow, right? You don't want to knock your knees in. You want your knees following the direction of your toes, okay? So step your feet together, okay? We're going to come into just a baby chair, okay? So we're just going to bend our knees, sit our hips back, okay? And again, right, we don't want our knees going forward. We want our knees and our hips going back over the heels here. Okay, and then let's go ahead and actually, you can reach your arms forward, okay, out in front of you, or you can bring your hands onto your hips, okay? And again, it's important to have that nice wristy just out in front of you, okay? From here, we're going to lift the heels up, staying in that nice little chair pose, okay? Squeeze the ankles together, squeeze those knees together, okay? And then lower your heels back down. Okay, soft, gentle chair. You can kind of readjust if you need to. Lifting the heels up, just nice and gentle. Again, it doesn't have to be super high, okay? Squeeze those ankles. Good. Knees together and lower the heel. I can, of course, one more time. Heels are going to lift and lower back down. Straighten the legs and just shake your legs out. Woo! Actually, I felt like that was harder on the quads than it was on the ankles here. Okay. All right, and then now we're just going to add the legs and a little pattern here, okay? So again, legs back, bend of the knees, soft, easy chair. Again, arms could be forward or hands on your hips. Heels are gonna lift. Good. See if you can sink down a little bit lower. Straighten the legs, keep the heels lifted. Good, squeeze those ankles together as best as you can. And then lower your heels back down. Good. Utkatasana chair pose. Good. Heels are gonna lift. Stay low. See if you can squat down your chair a little bit lower. Woo! Straighten those legs, nice and slow. Try to squeeze those ankles together. And then lower your heels back down. One more time, just like that. Utkatasana chair pose. And again, baby chair, baby, soft chair. A chair you want to sit in, maybe like this couch, okay? Soft, easy chair. Heels lift. Woo! Sink a little bit lower to straighten the legs. Keep those heels lifted as best as you can. And then lower those heels back down. Good. And again, if you guys are on carpet like I am, you know, your yoga mat likes to fight with like the carpet here. Okay, now we're just going to reverse the pattern, okay? So again, legs are going to be together. This time we're going to start with our legs straight. We're going to lift the heels up, okay? We're going to sink into our chair with the knees bent, heels are lifted, and we're going to lower the heels back down. Okay. Good. Straighten the legs, lift the heels up, balance, and again, arms can be wherever feels comfortable for you. Sit in your chair with the heels lifted, and then heels lower back down, straightening the legs. One more time, just like that. Legs stay straight, heels lift up, whatever height, that doesn't have to be the highest. Sitting in your chair, gentle, soft chair. Good. Drop the heels, sink the hips, and then rising back up. Good. And again, just shake your legs out. Good. Really nice, everyone. Okay, and then we're just going to slowly just lower down onto the mat. Okay, all that hard ankle work here, okay? And actually, before we make our way onto our back here, go ahead and just, if you want to just cross your right ankle over your left knee. And I'm just going to do some circles here with my ankle. And you can circle in the other direction. Good. And then a little flexing and pointing. Okay, and actually while we're here with the right ankle crossed over the left knee, we'll start to bend this left knee in. So we'll just do seated figure 4, okay? I just bent my left leg. My hands are just behind me. Okay, you can sit up nice and tall, lengthening through your spine. And again, I'm just gonna rock a little bit, just a pinch from side to side, okay? Of course, do not do this if there's any pain in your knee at all, okay? Because I don't want you twerking your knee. And it's important for you to keep this right foot flexed, right? And flexing, you want to make sure you don't see the sole of your foot, okay? No sickling. You want to really have a nice pure flex to the foot like you're standing on like the floor with that right foot, okay? Especially if you're kind of shifting a little bit like I am from side to side. And again, it can be really small and it's not necessary, okay? I just think it feels good, okay? Okay. Okay, good. And then let's go ahead and just release that. Nice and slow. A little shake out, and then we'll switch sides, okay? Left ankle over the right knee, and we'll start with some circles with the ankle. Good. Reverse circle. Get a little flexing and a little pointing. Great, and then we'll move into the seated figure 4. You can bend that right knee in, lift up through your chest as best as you can. Good, and then again, if it feels okay, a little shifty shift from side to side. And again, keep that left foot nice and active. Make sure you're not looking at the sole of your foot. You want it pressing out like you're standing on the ground. Okay, gently releasing your legs, unwinding. Again, nice little shake out. And then go and bring the soles of your feet together, knees out nice and wide. Sitting up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back. Take a nice big deep inhale in. Exhaling, slowly start to fold forward over your hips and your legs. Good. Breathe here. Okay, great. Let's slowly rise back up, nice and slow. Good. And then let's go and lean back. We'll point our knees up towards our sky. Point it up towards the sky, excuse me, and separate your feet. And we'll just do little window wipers here. My legs are a little bit wider than hip distance apart, just so I can kind of clean out my hips here, just rocking again from side to side. Okay, great. Okay, and then from here, we're just gonna bring our legs together. We're gonna make our way onto our backs, okay? Okay, go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Ooh. All right. And again, rock from side to side. And actually, let's do some circles here, okay? Let's go ahead and keep the knees together. We'll circle the knees and the legs together in one direction, just about 3 times. And then we'll do 3 times in the opposite direction. Good. And then taking the knees and separating them, we'll do 3 circles in opposition here. Good. And then we'll reverse 3 circles in the other direction. Awesome. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and keep this right knee into our chest. We'll extend the left leg out nice and long on the mat. Go ahead, give it a nice big hug here. Twisting, right knee is going to come across to the left. Right arm can reach out to the right. Good. And then just twisting nice and big and here. Nice full deep breath. Okay. Good. And then if you want to add a little quad stretch, this straight leg, the left leg can bend, and you can take your right hand and grab your toes if you'd like to. If you want to add a little quad stretch to the twist. Again, if you want to indulge in just twisting, please do. I mean, twisting is like so good for us. Okay. Just breathe. The quad stretch, I didn't realize this till right now. It might feel really good after our little drinking bird series of like the ankles and the chair poses. Okay, so that might feel good also. So kind of just check in, tune in what feels right for you. Okay, gently release that left leg. We'll make our way back to the center. Oh, nice and slow. And then let's go ahead and extend the right leg up towards the sky. You can interlace your hands around your hamstring. And we're just going to flex and point through the ankle and the foot again, okay? And again, try not to move too fast through this. I want you to really feel like what flexing feels like when you bring your toes back towards your face and then when you point your toes up towards the sky. Okay, so again, really take your time flexing and pointing through your ankle. Okay, and then let's do some circles here, circling the ankle and the foot, nice and slow again. And then we'll slowly reverse. Awesome. And then you can give that right leg a nice little shake out. Go ahead, and then we'll just switch sides. Okay, so left knee into your chest, right leg out nice and long. Give your left leg a nice little hug here. Twisting, left leg comes across over to the right. Good. Left arm out to the left. Breathe. Good. Adding the quad stretch if you'd like. That right leg, the straight leg, you can bend in. Hook it with your left hand. Good. Just breathe. Inhaling in, exhaling, release that right foot. Slowly make your way back to the center again, keeping that left knee into your chest. And then we'll extend the left leg up towards the sky. And again, you can grab on the back of your hamstring and flexing and pointing through the left ankle. And again, moving nice and slow. Good. You can even, I know for me, I notice a major difference in my ankles and in my feet, where I'm tight. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's not noticeable. Maybe it's majorly noticeable. Okay, kind of just check in and then we'll circle the ankle again, nice and slow. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I don't know if you guys can hear this. My ankle's just cracking like every circle I'm making here. Good. Okay, and then we'll reverse the circle nice and slow. Remember, cracking, and popping isn't necessarily a bad thing. Okay, it's a good thing. It means we're alive. Good. All right, and then give that left leg a nice little shake out, and then we'll lower the left leg down. Good. And then from here, we're going to make our way onto our stomachs. Okay, so we're just going to roll over onto our tummies. We still got some time. Okay, perfect. Okay, rolling over, hands under our foreheads here. Okay, and legs can be together or they can be a little bit separated as well. Again, really just check in with how your low back is feeling here. Okay, now I know we did a lot of back bending in our vinyasas, okay, but now we're going to kind of just like focus on just like the bending of our back. Okay, and back bending, I feel like when people think of back bends, they think we're doing like back walkovers or we're doing like full wheel. Okay, and this is still our spine moving in that way and bending, but we're on our stomachs instead of on our backs, flipping into the back bend. Okay, so from here, let's come into Cobra first. Okay, so hands are going to be under the shoulders. Okay, and you're going to move your hands back just a little bit, so it's really like your fingertips are under your shoulders, and then like your palm of your hands closer towards like your ribs. Okay, it's like moving down towards that part of your body, down towards your rib cage. Okay, peel your shoulders up off the mat, press your legs into the mat, and then press into your hands. Lift your head, your neck, your chest up, and then here's our baby cobra. See if you can hover your hands, ground your hands back down, and then maybe start to straighten the arms, maybe a little bit, maybe a lot. Okay, maybe somewhere in between, and just pause here. Re-roll those shoulders back. Breathe. Here's our Cobra Pose. Inhale in, exhaling, lowering down. Head is the last thing that touches the mat. Good. Okay, we're going to walk our hands forward now. Okay, so we're going to come up to Sphinx pose. Okay, so elbows and forearms down. I have my elbows under my shoulders. Okay, my hands are separated. Okay, and again, you may have, this is just a general cueing. Okay, so if for any reason this does not feel good on your back, you'll just walk your elbows forward, out away from you, so your bend isn't as big. Okay, so I'm going to have my elbows under my shoulders, pressing into my hands and forearms. I'm going to slowly roll my shoulders back, lift up through my chest and my heart, pressing into my legs. Hands pressed down. I'm going to lift my elbows up off the mat to straighten the arms. Okay, and we're going to hold here. And again, check in with your back. If it's too much, walk your hands forward. Good. Breathing here. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. One more breath. Inhaling in. Exhaling, elbows lower down, and then lowering the head back down onto the mat. All right. Very nice, everyone. Okay, from here, we're going to interlace our hands behind our back. Okay. And then again, we'll practice this. We'll keep our thumbs kind of connected to like our low back or tailbone. Roll the shoulders up off the mat. Press into the palms of your hands. And then slowly lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Okay. Then reach your arms back a little bit more. So lift them up off your back. See if it changes the back bend. Good. And then legs can lift when you're ready. Okay. And again, legs, you do not have to lift them, but we're just going to try this. Okay, good. Breathing here. Inhale in. Exhaling, release. Lower back down. Nice and slow. Arms can relax. You can window wiper if you would like. Oh. Okay. We're going to do that variation of interlacing the hands and lifting the arms and the legs up one more time. But again, you know all these other options, right? You can come back to that Sphinx pose with the elbows lifted. Okay, you can practice your Cobra Pose. So again, kind of choose what back bend feels best for your body at this moment, okay? And I'll just cue us for our the second round, okay? So again, interlacing your hands behind your back. Maybe switch the cross of your interlace. This time we're going to roll the shoulders, reach the knuckles and the arms up first. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. Good. Legs lift. Balancing. Bending. Breathing. Keep your focus down towards the mat. Take a nice big deep inhale in. Exhaling, slowly release. Back down. Whew, nice and slow. Release the hips. Good. Okay. Hands under the shoulders, press up into tabletop or downward facing dog. We're moving into pigeon pose. Okay, we're going to hold our pigeon a little longer like we did last week as well too. Okay, so let's go ahead and come into the right side. Okay, so right leg is going to move into pigeon, right knee towards your right wrist. And again, coming from downward dog or tabletop, and then reach that left leg back. And then before folding down right away, okay, let's walk those hands under our shoulders a little bit more. Roll the shoulders back, lift up through the chest, okay? Good, and then again, here's another little back bend, okay? Sneaking them in there, okay? Inhale in, exhaling, slowly start to fold forward. Good, now we'll come into our little sleepy pigeon here. Good. Just breathe and relax, find release. Good, and you know, we did a little wiggling, a little shifting from side to side in figure 4. You're welcome to do that here until you feel like you've loosened up a little bit. Good. And we're just going to focus mainly on our breath here in pigeon. Okay, so we're going to take these nice big deep inhales in through our nose. And then these nice full body exhales. Okay, so we're really releasing all tension from our body, tension from that right glute, that right hip. Oh my gosh. When I take these full body exhales, I even feel tension like release from like my upper back and my chest, my shoulders and my right. So really let go. Really feel that release. allowing yourself to soften. Staying present on your mat. Okay, great, everyone. Okay, you're gonna slowly start to walk your hands in under your shoulders. And you can come out of pigeon pose however you need to, okay? Vinyasa, downward dog, okay? Tabletop, a little cat and cow action. Okay, then we're just gonna switch to the other side, okay? Left leg's gonna come into pigeon pose. Left knee towards your left wrist. Okay, and then before you get super settled in, right, you wanna bump the hips back, bump that right leg back, walk the hands under the shoulders, roll the shoulders back, lift up through the chest. Okay, one last final back bend here. Sneaky back bend, okay, we're sneaking it in. Okay, and then we'll slowly start to fold forward, okay, for our pigeon pose. Good, and again, let this left side, be patient, let this left side catch up with the right, okay? Allow yourself to maybe move a little bit, any adjustments you need to make, let this left side have its own experience. Okay. And again, just focusing these, these first moments, I should say, in pigeon pose on your breath, okay? So you want to take nice full inhales in, big exhales out, feeling that mantra of letting go, right? So you're breathing in, let, exhaling, go. Releasing any tension from the left glute. Releasing through the shoulders, the chest, the face, the throat. Can you let go a little bit more? Can you release? What can you do less of? What can you do more of? Okay, great, everyone. Nice. Slowly start to walk the hands back in. And again, coming out of pigeon pose, however you want to come out of pigeon pose. And we're all going to meet in Shavasana. And again, Shavasana your way. Okay. So today I'm not going to skip Shavasana, but I'm going to do my Shavasana in seated meditation. And again, you're welcome to join me in that position as well. Or you can just make your way on to your backs excuse me. And, you know, kind of, you know, any last minute like wiggles, movement you need to take, go for it. Okay. And just allow your body to reset in whatever position that you are choosing. And slowly start to deepen your breath. Just bringing a little bit of movement back into your bodies. And as you're moving, you know, start to thank yourself, you know, for showing up and moving your body today. As you begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, circling your wrists and your ankles. When you're ready, hugging your knees into your chest and slowly making your way into a seated position at the top of your mat. Good, bringing your hands together. Come on in, you guys can come in. And then slowly take a nice big deep inhale into your nose. And slowly begin to smile in honor of your practice. Namaste. Namaste.